You think I'm mucking around? Threatening my dad? You think I'm playing games? Ever talk to my dad like that?
Well, you got tickets for this fight if you want to go, you know?
You can check this prick for any eggs.
I don't need eggs, my friend.
Are you listening? Piers Morgan versus Conor Benn versus Eubank. Let's go.
Clear his name.
You know what? That's why you're an idiot.
No.
Because I've been cleared by 3 organisations, by people who are a lot smarter than you.
Was there drugs in your system?
This is you talking personal.
Was there drugs in your system?
Maybe not. None of your business.
Do you accept that these substances were found in your body?
Answer the question, Conor.
There's nothing to accept.
No.
It's the fact.
No?
No.
It's the fact. It's still your fault. You're still guilty. You're still a drugs cheat. And we still have to make an example of it.
You've said to me before, it's been your position, I think, that you believe it may have come from contaminated eggs because he hit you with an egg, obviously.
He can do what he wants. He's an idiot. And he's an idiot that's going to get chinned come April 26. Period.
He said he's going to get chinned. Ain't heard anyone say that for
It was the stars of a line for me to render you unconscious.
I know my father, who was the one that said, I don't hate that man,
I don't hate the man. I just want his WBO title.
is similar to me. He doesn't harbour emotion like the Benns do.
I think he's an absolute idiot. With a big head.
A clean idiot, though.
Yeah, but you're still an idiot, though. You're still an idiot that nobody likes.
As long
As I
as I'm
said,
clean.
even your dad don't like you. That's an accomplishment. And I wish my dad done more than grab you by the throat the other day.
His father's upset more than him because he's destroyed his father's legacy.
I'm not...
I have upheld the family name. I've never cut corners. I've done my job. I've dedicated my life to this sport. The Eubank name is still at the top. It's still relevant. It's still respected. You know, the worst thing Conor's done is put question marks.
Well, let's come to that.
On
I'm going to
Ben's
come to.
name.
I-
No, let me talk.
Okay.
He's put question marks against the Ben name because, as they say, like father, like son. So if he's capable of cheating, did his father cheat?
I've shown more integrity and resilience
That's the question that now arises.
You have done your whole career.
That's now the question that arises.
Then you have done your whole career. You're
Like father,
choosing
like
to
son.
fight a welterweight.
I don't
That's you.
believe. I
That's
don't
you.
believe his father didn't know what he was doing. I just don't believe.
As I
it.
said, cleared 3
So
times
that
by
means
people who
that
are a lot smarter
Nigel
than you.
Benn could have been capable of doing the same thing in his career. That's
You don't know that.
No, I don't.
You're
but
just
that's the
talking rubbish. You're just
questions now.
talking
That's the
rubbish.
questions that have now
You're
arisen
talking rubbish.
because
You
of
know
what
what?
he did.
Because you're an idiot.
I'm not doing no drugs. I've never done drugs. I've been a liar, I've been a thief, I've been everything. But I've never ever taken the anabolic steroids.
Boy, I can't lie. Nigel Benn sounded kind of guilty there, you know?
I still hope he's there on the night, just like his old man will be.
Do you think he will be?
I honestly don't know. You know, I hope and I pray that he is. And I will do things to try and get him there. But if he isn't, guess what? I'm still going to go out there and do the job.
Chris Eubank sending a message to Chris Eubank. Kind of sad, isn't it?
I'm getting ready for the biggest fight of my life. If you want to be next to me, like his father's next to him, we can do it together. If not, no hard feelings. I'll get the job done for you, don't worry about it.
That's taken things up a lot, hasn't it?
Not really. I thought he was an idiot then. I think he's an idiot now. And it's sad to see, to be honest, because we are where we are, whether we like it or not, because of our dads.
That's true.
They laid the foundations. Yeah, we have to work hard. Yeah, we have to go through adversity. Yeah, we have to go through Nepo kids.
You know what Nepo kids is? Nepotism. Nepotism is when somebody gets where they are because of someone in their family brings them in, like they didn't earn it. Nepo kids.
But ultimately, this is the blessings of our dads. They laid the foundation for us. So it's sad to see that the relationship ain't working on their end, genuinely, and I mean that. It's sad to see. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that being funny, you know, because the relationship I have with my dad, it would be great to see you and your dad in your corner. I mean that. We are where we are because of our dads.
Yeah.
They've laid the foundation. We are like our dads. We are the double and carbon copy of our dads.
Yeah.
So it'd be great to see your dad in your corner and you mend that relationship. And whatever has come in between you guys, it'd be great to see. And I mean that, that's coming from my heart. I'm not being sarcastic. I say what I say and I say it and I mean what I say.
Honestly, I'm shocked he's speaking like this. It doesn't match the energy that I've been seeing over the last few days. And, you know, I don't like it. You know, it's true. What he's saying is true. But, you know, this is not, as a fighter, supposed to be the mentality going into a fight.
What's your mentality?
My mentality is search and destroy, you know. I've been in fights where I have hospitalized people. Nick Blackwell, you know, he died on the way to hospital when we fought. Going through something like that, it makes it real. And it turned me cold, because I knew that this is possible. This isn't a movie, this isn't a video game. This happened. And it could happen again. It could happen to me if I don't dedicate myself. So I'm extremely passionate when it comes to that. So you can understand my disgust and my obsession with the fact that Conor got popped, because performance-enhancing drugs increase the chances of tragedies like this happening, which is why I can never forgive him. The truth of the matter is,
I'm still going to render you unconscious.
There you go.
I want you to get up. I want you to wake up.
That's
yes,
what we
I do.
want. That's what I want to hear.
Yes, I do want you to wake up. I'm still going to flatten you.
Good.
Period.
I'm gonna render you unconscious. It's like Conor just learnt that phrase. He's always saying that. It's like a drawstring catchstring.
I will splatter your head all over the canvas.
That's good.
Yes, that's still going to be a matter of fact.
That's what I need to hear. I need to hear that. I don't want all this soppy bullshit that you guys are trying to get into right now.
Ain't no soppy nothing.
No, well, Piers is putting this interview into our direction, which I don't want it to be.
Well, that's interesting.
We're going to hurt each other in front of millions of people. That is the bottom line.
You're exuding a lot of confidence about this, but do none of those things concern you?
I ain't talking to you. You've just been flattened by a light middleweight. You think I'm in the slightest concerned? I will absolutely iron you out. I am going to come in there and stick it on you from the get-go.
Good.
Straight away. I'm going to come out there hot skipping a big right hand to a big flipping head of yours.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
No.
What would you believe then?
I don't believe you.
What do you believe
I
then?
think you're going to run for your life.
Oh, shut up. Talk shit.
I think you're going to run around that way.
You talk rubbish. You're delusional.
That's what I think.
You're delusional. You're delusional. I'm going to come out there and stick it straight on you.
I'm gonna iron you out. I don't believe you.
So you can have the ring walk second. You can have the home corner. You can have your name first.
I will have all of that.
Have all of that. I don't care about all the fancy stuff. Just give me an 18-foot ring. Corner can't save you, and no free knockdown rule.
And
that's
guess
all
what?
I've asked for. Guess what?
I know. That's all you've asked for, and guess what? You're not even getting that.
Let me ask you both.
I don't care about what size the ring is.
Well, I am getting that.
I don't care about what size the ring is. I don't think it makes any difference at all to the outcome of the fight.
Check your contract.
But just because you want it,
check your contract.
It's not going to happen.
Oh, really?
I'm not giving you an inch.
Check your contract.
Not a millimeter I'm giving you. You don't deserve it. Yes, in the early stages of my career or my life, I lived in the mansion. We had the nice cars. I went to private school. So I experienced that life. Then, as so many fighters unfortunately do, my father lost everything. He went bankrupt, and our lives changed. I was introduced to, the working class lifestyle.
How old were you then?
I don't know, maybe 14, 15.
Which is a very difficult age to suddenly see such a dramatic change in lifestyle.
For sure. I went from living in a mansion to living above a nursery, in a studio. So for me, even though it was a horrible time in my life, my parents got divorced, I actually am grateful that this happened, because it took me out of that comfort zone, and it forced me to figure out how to get back there. I want to get back to the nice car and the nice house and eating whenever I want to eat I want to get out of this position I'm in. How do I get back to where I was? Okay, I got to get my ass in that gym and graft and work and suffer and win. And that's what I did. If he wasn't a fighter and I wasn't a fighter, I wouldn't have any animosity towards him. Just because our fathers fought all those years ago, but they did fight. But we did both enter into the game of boxing, and he did get caught with performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, bloody hell, those bloody drugs again.
I mean, at the first press conference, you pulled the stump with the egg and you smashed it around his face. Some people laughed, others thought it was all good, part of the sporting thing. Other people felt it was quite a demeaning moment to reduce it to whacking your opponent with an egg. I mean, on reflection, are you pleased you did that, or do you think that it was a bit childish?
On reflection, I wish I had an egg in both hands.
I wish I had an egg in both hands.
That's the truth of it. The egg.
You want to get the second one off? Hold it absolutely on.
The egg was it was a symbol.
Oh, sure.
It was a statement
What was the statement?
that if you cheat, you will be punished. You will be embarrassed. You will be exposed.
Cleared.
Okay.
3 times.
Cleared by people I don't know and don't care about.
But you're the one who's an idiot.
Conor, how does it make you feel when he repeatedly calls you a cheat?
That's his job. Because if I was him, I'd probably do the same. So I get it.
Oh, hey, yo, I respect that. I respect that. Conor knows the game, innit? That's the move, innit? Of course. If you was in the same position, you'd say the same thing. Of course. Use that.
He's trying to get in your head. He's trying to discredit you.
He's still going to get ironed out and flattened April 26th. It really don't make no difference. Say what you want. I do not need anything to splatter your head on the canvas. I do not need anything at all. It's going to happen regardless. April 26th.
And it is important to note, you fought 3 times since the cancellation of that first fight, and you were knocked out by Liam Smith.
I was stopped by the referee. You can't swim without getting wet.
Guess what? You can't swim without getting wet.
If you fight enough, if you put yourself in these environments enough times, eventually there's going to be a little slip up. You're going to get caught. I'm clean. I'm true. I put everything into every fight I have. And so I sleep well at night. And let me tell you something, this kid does not. He has nightmares.
I slept like a baby. First day we faced off, I had like a warmth in my heart, knowing that in just under 8 weeks, I am going to render you unconscious. I slept so good that night. Genuinely, I slept like a baby.
You didn't get a wink.
I slept so good.
You didn't get a wink.
I slept so good. Do you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to post my whoop on that night, on that day. Slept like an absolute baby.
That way, Conor made Eubank laugh, bro. What's whoop? Like a watch thing that shows you how you slept. That's funny. That's funny. That was a good one.
Knowing
The
that I'm going to render him unconscious April 26th.
The angriest I've seen you actually was when your dad intervened with the egg throwing and put his arm, I think, on your throat. And at the second press conference, you basically threatened Nigel Benn. Said if he did that again, you'd deal with him. And
it wasn't a threat, it was a promise.
Just before we move on, I got to just say something. You know, I understand the frustration and the heat that you were experiencing a couple of days ago after I egged Conor.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought you actually glassed him, mate. And I thought I nearly got my hand around your throat.
I understand.
Yeah.
But you did put your hand on my neck.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you a pass because of what happened, but I'm just letting you know if your hand ever touches me again, you won't get it back.
But it's not a promise, is it?
You can't touch
scumbag.
You can't.
We did.
You can throw an egg in his face and his father can't.
No,
me and him are fighting.
You're just upset.
Me and you are
dad
fighting.
Can't stand you. And my dad has my back. You are. That's all that
I'm not
was.
upset.
My dad put.
Me and you are fighting. Whatever happens between us.
My dad would put his arms around you. Again. What are you going to do about it?
No one
else.
else.
What are you going to do about it? Tell me.
No one else can touch me.
Tell me.
If they do, there'll be consequences.
Oh, consequences to what?
If
What's
anyone
I was to
else,
slap you right now?
if
What,
anyone,
I was to slap you
if
right now,
anyone
what are you
else
gonna
touches
do?
me,
What if I was to slap you right now? What are you going to do about it?
yeah, go on, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, talk about my dad.
I'm not talking
Talk
about your
my
dad.
No,
But I
you
told
told
him.
me. Yeah, but
I told
you should
him.
get off me, please. I won't
My
do
old man
nothing.
would
I won't
never
do
touch
nothing.
you, so your old man's never going to touch
I would
me.
never slap you.
You
I
would
would
never
never
slap
slap
me.
you. Yeah, no, I would
You
slap
put your
you.
hands on me twice since my last fight.
When?
You pushed me.
Push, a little push.
Yeah,
and
it
shove.
doesn't
Stop
matter. You
moaning
put your
about
hands
it.
on me.
Little push and stuff.
You
Stop moaning
put your
about
hands
it.
on me.
Stop moaning about it. A little push and shove. Stop moaning about it. Talk about my dad.
You put your hands on me, I put my hands on you.
I'll
Now
never
we're even.
disrespect your dad.
Yes, you
understand?
would. You disrespected him before.
What? The fact that he don't like you? It's a matter of fact.
Okay, well,
That's
it's
a
disrespect.
matter of fact. How's that
You
disrespect?
can't give it and not take it.
You fucked up by talking about my dad. You done fucked up
You
talking
fucked up
about my
touching
dad.
me. You fucked up by taking
Yeah,
this
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
That's right.
What the fuck you looking at?
You.
Well, come, we can have it outside, no problem. We can have it outside, no problem.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we can. We can.
Conor Benn's too angry, man. He's too easy to rattle. That's why he's going to lose this fight. One of the reasons.
You think I'm mucking around, threatening my dad? You think I'm playing games? Ever talk to my dad like that? Ever
Make
talk
sure
to
he
my
never
dad
puts his
like
hands
that?
on me.
Ever talk to? Well, don't put your hands on your son.
Listen, this is
Yeah,
the fight game.
do you know what I
kid.
said?
This is
Oh,
the
it's
fight
a fight game. Then we'll meet outside then, and we'll have it out then.
Anytime you
We'll meet
want.
outside,
kid.
we'll have it out then.
Anytime you want, kid.
Do you think it was disrespectful,
It's
though,
fucking
to
extremely
threaten
disrespectful.
Nigel Benn in the way you did?
The
He was
guy
only
put,
defending
the
his
guy
son
put his
for-
hand around my
Defending
neck.
his son, you may not understand that because
Defending
that
you
more
against
don't run
what?
in
An
your
egg?
family. Like my dad don't run in your family. It could
Defending
have
you
been
against
glass.
what?
It could have been anything.
Bullshit.
It could have. What do you mean bullshit?
He didn't
It
know
could
in
have
the
been
moment
anything.
what was
It
going
doesn't
on.
matter what he didn't know.
Why?
Put your hands on
You
someone's
can't-
son.
you
If
can't
anyone
defend-
put their
you can't-
hands, if anyone put their
Nobody
hands on my
touches me
son, I
and gets
promise
on
you
me.
they won't
Nigel
win.
couldn't defend his son when he wasn't sure what you were using to attack him?
Listen, he can do whatever he wants, but I had to issue the warning. I had to issue the warning to let him know that it can't happen
And
again.
what would you do if he did that again?
I said he wouldn't get his hand back if he
What
puts it
meaning
on me.
what?
What does that mean?
It means what it means.
Well, tell me what that
What?
means.
I said it.
He wouldn't get his hand back. What are you going to do? Cut it off?
He wouldn't get the hand back.
What does that mean?
I don't need to say anything more.
Chris, come on. You've got to explain what that means.
I don't have to do
You tell
anything,
him-
He's being clever again.
You
I
tell
made-
a man
I
he's
made
not
the
going to have his
statement.
hand back. Why?
I made the statement and that's it.
What are you going to do to his hand?
Piers is such a wanker, isn't it? What you can do to his hand? What you can do to his
I
hand?
made the statement and that is it, Piers.
But was it not disrespectful to target his dad?
The guy put his hand on my neck.
Defending his son?
I don't care why. He
Really?
put his hand on his neck.
Stupid.
Well, there's no
That's
reason.
stupid.
I mean, wouldn't you defend your children?
Yes,
If
I
someone
would.
did that
Of
to one
course I
them?
would. Of course I would. But I'm not talking about me. I'm talking what he did. And I have to, as a man
it's
and as a
double
fighter,
standards, Chris.
react to when people.
Because the angriest I've seen you actually was when he threatened your dad.
I love my dad.
And I got
Understand?
that, 'cause I feel the
love
same
my
way
dad.
about my
if he was
father.
to put his hands on my son, I swear to God he wouldn't be living. And until you have kids, obviously you don't, because you don't understand, and your dad obviously never protected you. That's why you feel the way you feel. Which is why you obviously
Yeah.
feel the way you feel. No, it's a matter.
Oh, yeah, I
Again,
was
it must
never
be the way
protected.
feel the way you feel.
I was never protected.
Yeah,
It was-
you was probably never. You look like you never been protected. You look like you never been protected.
Maybe that's why I'm the hard bastard I
No,
am
you ain't
now.
a hard.
Maybe that's why I'm the hard bastard that I am now.
You ain't a hard bastard. You just got banged out, mate, by a light middleweight. Don't hard bastard.
You'll find out how
bastard
hard
to
I
who?
am.
Hard bastard to who?
You'll find
If we
out.
was to have it now on the cobbles, I guarantee you there's only one making it out. And I promise you on my life, it ain't you.
Oh man, if only you knew, kid. If only
Knew
you
what?
If
Knew
only you
what?
So you will retire if you lose?
Yes. You know,
Really?
there is a point in every fighter's life that they will reach when they can't go any further. If I can't beat Conor Benn now, then I've reached my ceiling. Which is why this fight is so deathly important to me. Because I don't want to retire. I don't want to give up. I don't want to sail off into the sunset.
But what would it mean to lose to him?
Oh, it'd be painful.
What would it mean as
This is my
Ben to lose to a Eubank? Because for viewers who don't remember, you know, your dad fought his dad twice. The first fight, Chris Eubank Sr. won, and the second one was deemed a draw. Many felt your father won that second fight, but it was a draw. So as the scorecard stands, a Ben has never beaten a Eubank in the ring.
And they never will.
And they never will.
The reality is, he fought for the IBO in a leisure centre in front of 2,000 people.
I fought for the IBO at the O2 in front of
2,000
20,000.
people. Or was it Quinlan? Who was it? Renault Quinlan?
James DeGale.
No, Renault Quinlan, was it?
I'm two-time.
Was it Renault Quinlan?
Two-time.
Was it Renault Quinlan?
One was
13
James
and
DeGale.
2 from Australia.
Have you ever
Was
fought
it?
in front of
Was it?
20,000 people
Was it?
headline?
Actually, not headline, but I have.
No, you haven't.
But again,
Exactly.
what you've done is summed up your whole career. That's your greatest accomplishments. I'm still 28, I've got time. You ain't.
You think you've got time. You've actually
course
got
I've
2
got
months, and then it's game over for you.
You think you've got time? You've actually got 2 months.
What do you think happens when that bell goes for round 1?
You guys are going to see one of the best fights in British boxing history. That's what I think happens.
Conor?
He gets ironed out in 4 rounds.
He gets ironed out in 4 rounds. Yes, Conor.
What do you think happens?
The procedure will be parliamentary,
Let's have some parliamentary procedure here, all right?
and I will uphold the family name.
Would you shake hands together now?
Yeah, of course I would.
No. This is not a time to be cordial. You know, if there's ever a day that he comes clean about what happened and why it happened, why he failed those drugs tests, then we can talk about shaking hands. Until that time, no respect will be given to this kid. None.
Even though he's just magnanimous.
That was
and said
so
he
hard
would.
for me to do, by the way.
Well, I know.
It was so hard for me to not slap you across the face when we had that face-off. So hard. And my mum will be really proud of me because I promised I wouldn't do anything stupid. And I like to just point out that was so hard for me to do.
Wow.
Probably one of the hardest things I've had to do in a long
Fight's
time.
going to be a lot harder.
The fight's going to be a lot harder.
I've shaken the hands of pretty much every man I've ever fought. But if you cheat, that respect, it goes out the window. I'm sorry.
Your opinion.
I have to make an example. You know, there are kids that are going to watch this. They need to understand, if you get caught,
Cleared.
you lose everything. You lose your respect, you lose your name, you lose your life.
But why don't you accept that he's been cleared by all the
I
official
don't want to keep
bodies?
going over it, Piers.
No, but why don't you accept
He
it?
got caught with performance enhancing
So
drugs.
why
in the
fight
system.
him? Why not say I refuse to fight this guy?
Because
needs
this
money.
fight is, it's unprecedented. It's never happened in the history of boxing. And he's going to fight anyway. That's what happens. People fail drugs tests. And
Cleared,
come
no
back.
ban. Cleared,
Cleared
no
or not
ban,
cleared?
no fine. Oh, of course it matters.
They come
I've
back
shown
into
more
the ring and they
integrity in the
continue
past
on their
2 years than
careers.
you have
You
done
don't
your
have
whole
to fight
career.
him.
I don't have to, but I
you've
want
chosen
to.
to.
I want to.
So you'll fight him, but you won't shake
He's
his hand.
contradicting. He's
No.
an idiot.
But people will think there's a contradiction there.
Good. That's okay. I'm an enigma, as they say. Some people don't understand me. I'm not here to be understood. I'm here to set an example, and I'm here to get this kid out of boxing.
What more could he possibly have done?
What more he could have possibly done is he could have not failed those drugs tests.
What more he could have possibly done was he could have not failed those drug tests.
It's as simple as that. If you fail, you're a cheat for the rest of your life.
But that's not always true, is it?
In my eyes, if someone was to have pinned him down and jabbed a syringe into the side of his ass and squeezed it in, if that had happened and I saw it, guess what? He's still a cheat. He shouldn't have let it happen. It's his responsibility to protect himself at all times. He didn't do that. He's a cheat. End of story.
Whoa, that's a bit extreme. Pinned him down and squeezed. Wow. Wow, he's really passionate about this drug cheating thing, isn't it? Bloody hell.
I'll give you one last chance.
Don't ask me again, Piers.
Thank you both for your time. And may the best man win.
He will. He will.
It's going to be one hell of a fight. That I do know. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, that fight is going to be mad. It's going to be a spectacle. I've got tickets. There's tickets there. There's tickets there if you want tickets, bruh. Hey, mental. It's in about 3 weeks, yeah? 3-4 weeks. Mad. Mad. Part 3, Eubank Ben. Crazy. Let's go. Are you listening? Sit up, bruv. Always messing around, bruv.